A familiar landscape in Cameroon's eastern region. This part of the country is known as El Dorado, an expanse of mud ponds and artificial lakes. In this open-cast mine, hundreds of artisanal miners are working in waters soiled by mercury, without any protection. Among them, dozens of children, including girls, sometimes younger than 5. Child labor is illegal, but tolerated here, and it's in full view of everyone. This part of the site, operated by a Chinese company, has been abandoned to residents, but we aren't allowed to film here any longer or to talk to any of the young miners. Not far from there, we meet Ruth, one of the young miners here. That morning, like all mornings, the 14-year-old did not go to school. She spends her days in this hole, 7 meters deep. To get the best gold gram, Ruth works alongside another teenager who goes deep down into this dark underground tunnel. It is several kilometers long and can collapse at any time. An hour later, the teenager emerges from the pit. His pan is full. Ruth's work can now begin. She washes the gravel for hours to obtain this small amount of gold, day in and day out. She has never been to school.
I've never been to school because my parents can't afford it. That's why I've been mining gold since I was young to support my family. I'm aware of the dangers in the mine, like the gas I inhale. Working in a cave that can collapse at any time, I can contract diseases like scabies, meningitis or other infections in this dirty water, but I have no choice.
It's a risky job and for very little pay. A few hours later, Ruth goes to the black market to sell the grains of gold to one of the many secret dealers in the area. He uses his scale to estimate Ruth's payout. Working with children does not bother the trafficker, to say the least.
Usually a gram is bought at 30 euros, or 27 euros, or 38 euros. But we give children 15 euros for a gram. It depends, because they cannot bargain. We prefer to operate in secret. We cannot expose ourselves because the government, the law prohibits children from doing this kind of work.
Ruth leaves after selling 9 milligrams of gold for about 2 euros, 30 to 60% less than what an adult could have bargained for. She then takes the money back home to her parents. Ruth's parents are former gold miners. Here, children are forced to replace their parents in the mines. Her family counts on what she earns to survive, even though her father is well aware of the risks.
People get wounded in the mines. Let's not even talk about malaria, where you spend the whole day in the water. There are so many dangers and risks. But if you stay in the village, you won't find any gold. So searching for gold is how our daughter survives. Her mother also worked the mines, and so did I. But now we're tired. We're too old for that.
In Baturi, 90% of children, half of whom are girls, work in mines. According to the NGO these two men work for. Thomas and Junior have been fighting for miners to go back to school for several years. Their priority is to educate parents on the importance of school.
Parents prefer to send young girls of school age to mines rather than sending them to school. Therefore, our duty as an NGO is to educate them so they can stop this practice and take up their responsibilities, because education is a fundamental right for their children.
A few kilometers away, a different kind of lesson is taking place. School children are teaching their parents about the importance of education. This man is the brain behind this skit. Eric left the mines in 2014. Today he is the director of this school and his goal is to re-educate young miners.
The mine didn't help me move forward in life. Quite the contrary. It ruined me. I ended up working in the mines to repay my medical bills at the hospital. What really changed my life was enrolling in the government's teacher training program. I became a teacher in my hometown, and when my fellow villagers saw that, many decided to send their children to school.
About 100 children have enrolled in this school, but thousands still work in the mines. Education remains low on the list of priorities here, in a region which produces some 700 kilograms of gold each year.